Welcome back to Man in Your Corner. I am Shaun Tucker, health scientist and breathing performance trainer. We are here in the living lab documenting the science, the struggle, and the shift for every man who's ready to recover just as hard as he trains when life comes at him, as well as in the gym. Are you ready? Let's do it. That 3 p.m. crash isn't a discipline problem. It's your body trying to communicate something to you. It's a signal. Stop trying to caffeinate your way through it. Before we get into that, I'd love it if you could go, please, and rate our show on your podcast platform you're listening to or watching right now. It helps get this message in front of the man who needs it today. Thanks so much. So, that 3 p.m. crash, that is really not a discipline problem. Stop caffeinating your way through what your body's trying to communicate. It's a clear signal that either it's fuel, load, or breath. One of those things I guarantee you're in need of more so than you need caffeine right now. There is a natural dip of cortisol, roughly 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. If your circadian rhythm is in check, you'll start to feel a little bit tired. Don't reach for the caffeine straight away, because what happens if you just power through that is you're borrowing from future you. You're borrowing energy. You're borrowing you're not actually creating any energy by taking caffeine anyway, but you are borrowing from that future version of yourself. You're depleting and taking something away that you probably need later on. It's like you have a savings account. You have a savings account full of money. What happens if one day you just realized and opened up that account and saw that there was no money, or that it was actually in debt? You'd be shocked, wouldn't you? Especially if you just kept on putting money in there. So if you care about recovery, if you care about getting back on your feet, if you care about training hard and unleashing your performance, you got to learn to recover harder. And this moment where you hit at about 3 o'clock, where you start to feel a bit tired, where you start to feel like your energy's gone through the floor, like it's flawed. Don't just push through it. Understand your body is trying to communicate and signal something to you. Go with it. What I usually like to do in this period of time is imagine that I'm just taking and riding the wave. If I need to close my eyes for a few seconds, I will. I won't necessarily take a nap, but I will close my eyes and just get in check with my breath, get in check with my load. Where is all this pressure? Am I feeling a lot of pressure today? Do I have really crazy expectations for what I need to be completed by the end of the day? All of these things matter. And they all will be affecting your energy long term and your recovery and performance in the short term. Because if you can't recover, you can't train well. If you can't train well, you can't perform well. If you can't recover, you're not going to perform well at all. That's, in short, that's exactly what happens. If you're unable to recover fully, if you're unable to go into that super compensation phase, if we're talking about growing muscles, which not in this case, but that same principle can be applied to your recovery. We want to super compensate, meaning that you push and push and push to a point. If you keep going in that direction, it will lead to burning out and actually shrinking what you built. You will perform less and less and less well. Supercompensation is actually being able to know how far you can go before you take a rest. And you take a rest so that you can replenish and recover and actually perform better than you ever possibly have. This is the gap where I think a lot of fighters, a lot of fathers don't quite understand, because one of the things probably their kids will be doing is that 3 p.m. time, as they've just come out of their nap, if they've got really young kids, will be high energy time. It'll be high energy time. So what naturally happens is, if the father is fortunate enough to be around the kids at that time, you will feel their energy being quite high and yours will be quite low. So the natural thing is you want to push them away. Sit, become aware of them. You don't have to necessarily play with them. You don't have to force yourself to push out more energy than what you have. But what you can do is pay attention. Pay attention. Where is my body in space right now? Do I actually feel like I need to sleep? Can I just close my eyes and really get in tune with my breathing? Am I breathing shallow? All of these things matter. The more quickly you can get your nervous system back online from this downward phase, this down-regulated phase, the sooner and the more fun you will be to hang out with as a dad. And also as a fighter. The quicker you get back on your feet, the more you can actually train. So I hope this is making sense. Learn to recover better and you'll perform better. That's what it's all about. Don't fight your body, fight your opponent. In the business world, that is everyone else who's in the same industry and same niche as you. In the arena, in the cage, that is the guy you're going to fight. Pretty simple. Get better at recovering and you will more likely be in control of the match. It's not necessarily about sleeping longer. It's about sleeping fuller. So that brings us to the end of this episode of Man in Your Corner. If you have found value, please give us a rating on the podcast platform you're listening on or viewing right now. Also, if your body has been trying to communicate something, you've got a lot of tension or something in your body that no one's been able to understand, I'll be able to help you identify what's going on within 30 minutes. So just message me and I'll be able to help you. Appreciate you listening in today. Remember that most people wait for their life to change. We are the ones who take control. Change your state. Choose how you show up. I am Shaun Tucker. I'll see you in the next one.